Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to show you the time-tested Ayurvedic home remedy for itchy scalp. Do you know that itchy scalp or dandruff is one of the main reasons for hair fall these days? This Ayurvedic oil that I'm going to make today starts working from day one. You can get rid of your itchy scalp once and for all. This ginger oil I'm going to make is the best traditional remedy for scalp itchiness. Itchiness in your scalp could be due to a number of reasons. It could be dandruff or dry scalp or eczema or even fungal infection. Itchy scalp can lead to excessive hair fall. Picture this, you're in the middle of a meeting and suddenly you've got this urge to itch your scalp, that dryness, that itchiness is there and you're trying to distract yourself. You're doing everything to save you from the embarrassment, but it just does not help, does it? Itchy scalp can be quite annoying. But you know what? The good thing is you don't have to be put up with this. You don't have to be put up with that embarrassment with your itchy scalp. You can get rid of it permanently with this ginger oil. This is 100% natural. It works from day one. So before we make this oil, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you will get updates from me. I'm going to use 1 cup of ginger root. Ginger helps in treating the itchy scalp because it has antibacterial, anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. You can also use dry ginger powder for this recipe, but I would encourage you to use fresh ginger because it's easy to buy, it's very cheap and you can buy it wherever you live. I'm going to slice the ginger into thin pieces. If you have a mandolin or one of those fancy slices, then please make use of it. I don't have any of this, so I'm just using the good old knife to slice it. If you're using a knife, please be very careful not to cut your finger. Slicing ginger into really thin pieces is a bit tricky, especially for people like me. I'm sort of clumsy with knife. If you get sunlight where you live, it's great. Dry the ginger pieces in sunlight for 1 hour, but we don't get enough sunlight during winter months here. So I usually put them in a tray and dehydrate it. You can also air dry it. If you air dry the ginger, then it will take a little over a day. But if you use a dehydrator, you can easily dry it in around 3 to 4 hours. I've got the dehydrator setting in my oven, so it's going to go in there for about 3 hours. I'll be checking it after 2.5 hours just to see if it is dry. Ginger slices have dried nicely now. I'm drying this ginger mainly because water and oil don't mix. The shelf life won't be long enough. So you have to dehydrate the ginger to take out most of the moisture. I'm going to use cold pressed extra virgin coconut oil to make my ginger infused oil. Using the cold pressed oil means you get all the nutrients from it. I'm going to put the oil in a bowl of warm water to melt it. It has solidified because of the cold weather here. I'm going to put the ginger pieces and the coconut oil together in a bottle and let this soak for about 2 hours. If you live in a warm climate, you can just leave it in your kitchen worktop. It's cold here, the coconut oil will quickly solidify. So I'm going to leave it on the floor. We have got underfloor heating here. It will keep the oil liquid. You can leave it near your heater or radiator. That will keep the oil liquid for soaking the ginger slices. After 2 hours, I'm going to pour it in a pan and steep in low heat. The ginger needs to be heated for about 8 minutes first before we add the next ingredient. While the oil is heating up, I need to clear this question many of you asked me about. This is about the cold pressed coconut oil. Why should we use the cold pressed oil when we are going to heat it up anyway? Well, it's a good question. You know, the thing about coconut oil is it has got a really high smoking point. Smoking point is the temperature up to which you can heat the oil. It's perfectly safe. It will retain all its nutrients and everything will be intact in that oil. Only if you cross beyond the smoking point temperature, the nutrients in the oil becomes toxic. It becomes oxidized and the oil becomes toxic to human consumption or even for applying on your skin and hair. But when we normally heat the oil for making hair oil or anything at home, or even when you fry samosas and things for deep frying, we don't normally exceed the toxic level. We don't normally exceed the smoking point in the coconut oil. But when the coconut oil is made commercially, they applied enormous heat to extract the oil from the coconut meat. Otherwise, the companies wouldn't make a profit. They have to extract every drop of oil from the coconut meat. That smoking point, that temperature is way beyond the smoking point of the coconut oil. So that process typically destroys all the nutrients and the oil also becomes toxic. And they also use chemical solvents in the oil extraction process, which is really not good for your health. But in the case of cold pressed oil, no chemical solvent is used and no heat is applied to the oil in the extraction process. So all the nutrients are intact in that oil. If you want a good quality virgin cold pressed coconut oil, I'll give you the link here, the oil which I buy. The oil has now turned into sort of a muddy color. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of fenugreek or methi seeds. Once it starts to pop, I'm going to turn off the heat and let this oil cool down completely. Strain this oil into your bottle. Press the ginger slices to get all the oil out of it. Use this ginger oil 3 times a week and say goodbye to your itchy scalp once and for all. Just apply this oil on your scalp and massage it really well. Let it sit there for 1 hour before you wash it off with your regular shampoo. This is 100% natural and it also helps to regrow your hair because it repairs the damaged hair follicles. Try this amazing ginger hair oil at home and let me know the result. If you've got any questions at all, please don't hesitate to write them in the comment section below this video. I'll be really glad to help you out. You know what will make me really happy? If I can help someone out there who is having hair problems, who is having itchy scalp or dandruff issues. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can be connected with me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.